A warm welcome to my YouTube channel Future Midwife. Today's topic I'll be concentrating on the student nurses. There will not be any OBG practical exam without the structure of female pelvis and fetal skull. So today's video consists of female pelvis. Pelvis is a basin-shaped structure which connects the trunk and leg, support and balance the trunk. It is located between the fifth lumbar vertebrae and the femoral head. Pelvis is important from the obstetrical point of view as it forms the passage through which the fetus has to pass through it. Before moving to the detailed structure of female pelvis, we will see about the functions of female pelvis. Female pelvis is a skeletal ring because of its characteristics aid in childbirth. It has mainly two functions, obstetrical function and general function. So first we will see about the obstetrical function. The first one is adapted for childbearing in comparison to male pelvis. Brim is rounder and wider. Second one is it supports gravid uterus. Third one is it gives passage way to fetus. So when we come to the general function, the first function will be primary function to allow movement to body. Second one helps in walking, sitting and running. Third one is pelvis contain and protect reproductive organ along with bladder and rectum. The fourth one is sitting weight of body is taken up by the ischial tuberosity. The last one is helps in transmitting weight of body to legs. The bony pelvis is made up of two pelvic bone, the sacrum and the coccyx. Each pelvic bone consists of ilium, ischium and pubis. These three bones fuse at a cup-shaped concavity called acetabulum, where the head of the femur is attached to it and form the hip joint. Next, I will explain about the innominate bone. As I said you that innominate bone consists of three bones such as ilium, ischium and pubic bone. So first we will see about ilium. Ilium is a large flared out structure. Concave inner surface is iliac fossa. Curved upper border is called iliac crest. The prominence at the front of the iliac crest known as anterior superior iliac spine. Just below it there is anterior inferior iliac spine. At opposite end of the iliac crest, similar prominences are present which are namely posterior superior and posterior inferior iliac spine. Next is ischium. Ischium is the thick lower part of innominate bone which has two structures, ischial tuberosity and ischial spine. So, ischial tuberosity has a large prominence on which body rests while sitting. So, behind and little above the ischial tuberosity is an inward projection known as ischial spine. In labor, the station of the head is estimated in relation to the ischial spine. Now we will see about pubic bone. These bones forms the anterior part. It has a body or two os-like projections, superior ramus and inferior ramus. The two pubic bones meet at symphysis pubis and two inferior rami forms a pubic arch. The space enclosed by the body of the pubic bone, rami and ischium called obturated foramen. Hip bone contains a deep cut to receive the head of the femur. This is termed as acetabulum. On the lower border, two curves are formed. One extends from the posterior inferior iliac spine called the greater sciatic notch. The other lies between the ischial spine and ischial tuberosity are a lesser sciatic notch. Next we will see an important structures called sacrum and coccyx. So the sacrum is a wedge-shaped bone consist of 5 fused vertebrae. The upper border of the sacral vertebrae just forwards is a sacral promontory. The anterior surface of the sacrum is concavely referred to as the hollow of the sacrum. Laterally extend into the sacral ala or wing. 4 pairs of holes or foraminae pierce the sacrum through these nerves from the coda equina emerges to pelvic organ. The posterior surface is rough to receive an attachment of muscles. Next is the coccyx. It is a small triangular bone with its base, articulate with the lower end of sacrum. It consists of 4 fused vertebrae. It gives attachment to deep muscles, ligaments of the pelvic floor and muscle fibers of anal sphincter. During labor, coccyx moves backward to enlarge the pelvic outlet, allowing more space for passage of fetus. Next, I will discuss about the division of pelvis. So, when we discuss about the division of pelvis as a whole, it can be divided into two, false pelvis and true pelvis. The false pelvis is formed by the iliac portion of the innominate bone and is limited above by the iliac crest. It has got little obstetrical significance. So when we come to the true pelvis, it forms the canal through which the fetus has to pass. It is divided into inlet, cavity and outlet. Here I discuss about the joints of female pelvis. There are 4 joints of female pelvis. First one is symphysis pubis. Second one is 2 sacroiliac joint. Third one is sacrococcygeal joints. Here in symphysis pubis, which joins between the 2 pubic bone. When it comes to the sacroiliac joint, it is the strongest joints in the body, which joins the sacrum and ilium. The last one is sacrococcygeal joint between the sacrum and coccyx. Apart from the pelvic joints, the pelvis has ligaments also. Each of the pelvic joint is held together by the ligaments. There are 5 ligaments: interpubic ligaments, sacroiliac ligament, sacrococcygeal ligament, sacrospinous ligament and sacrotuberous ligament. So here in interpubic ligament which lies between the 2 pubic bones. Sacroiliac ligaments lies between the sacrum and ilium. Sacrococcygeal ligament between the sacrum and coccyx. Sacrospinous ligament, it is the lateral aspect of the sacrum to the ischial spine. The last one is sacrotuberous ligament which runs from the sacrum to the ischial tuberosity. The topic of female pelvis never ends without the landmark of female pelvis. There are 9 landmarks of pelvis. The first one is symphysis pubis. The second one is pubic crest. Third one is pubic tubercle. Fourth one is pectineal line of pubis. Fifth one is iliopubic eminence. Sixth one is iliopectineal line. Seventh one is sacroiliac joint. Eighth one is ala of sacrum or sacral wing. The ninth one is sacral promontory. This is the brief explanation about the female pelvis and its related structure. I know most of the nursing students, they learn female pelvis on the previous day of practical exam. So I think I explain it in a simple way. So this will be useful for them. So next video we will meet with another practical topic, fetal skull. Till that, take care. Bye bye.